off too well. Or depending on how small the person's head is, it may be two braids, or you could just freestyle and do one big, you could do like a swirl if you want it. So it's really up to you. But that is how I did the dimensions for this section. And yeah, I already did the other side, which it probably does not look like it, but each section is in its own puff. So yeah. Yeah, I was so happy to be done with all the cornrows. That's really where all the time comes in. Now I'm just braiding it to give you guys like a sample of how to do your bantu. You're basically just adding in hair into the person's natural hair. You see my daughter's hair is pretty thick. I just added in a couple pieces just to give it some length to this braid. So when I wrap just like this, it'll have a nice amount of hair at the end. So you just keep going. Now I'm about to show you guys what I use to form each section. I'm using Murray's, um, and I'm just slicking it all in, trying to slick it down. And then I'm going to use some Pump It Up spray just to keep it in place. I did not want to use Got2b. For some reason, I feel like Got2b product, and it's just my own opinion, I feel like it just kills your hair because it just lasts for too long and it'd be too hard. And I notice every time I put it in my hair, it gets itching and flaking, and I just don't like it. So you will see me still use it in my videos, but probably not as much. So I am using this Pump It Up. That's a hair spray spritz that was used back in the day. And I just think if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. So that's what I used for this section. Now you see me just braiding her natural hair and feeding in sections of extension hair that I do have on a rack. And that is just to give it, again, some length. I did not make the base of her ponytail super tight, only because I know I'm going to be wrapping, and I did not wrap it super tight because it can really pull and be very like bad. You don't want it to be too tight, so I don't want any tension. And I'm just braiding in all of the sections before I wrap it in, and that is pretty much what I am doing right now. Don't forget to oil the scalp just to make sure it's nice and moisturized. I'm using some Blue Magic again, another staple product, old product that's been around forever. And I'm just putting it all through her parts. Now I'm going to dip and seal the ends, which I did a little bit off camera. I'm not dipping too far. I just want those ends to be nice and sleek. And I did the front one as well, so it doesn't be all puffy. Now you see me add in the beads. She wanted wooden beads, but we decided to go with these plastic looking ones that look kind of woodenish. And that's what we did. And I'm just doing all of that. Now you see me do the Bantu knot, which is very easy. You can put it as tight, but you can see I'm doing it loose. And I'm going to secure it with a rubber band, but you can go in and secure it sewn down. I will have a short that you can look at to see how to sew down your Bantu knots, because my daughter is so wild, guys, that she just knocked it out of whack. She just don't be caring. You know, when you have a mom that does hair and you know, like, it can look crazy and mama can fix it, you don't really care. You take it for granted. And trust me, once I get old and retired, she gonna wish these hands was back in her head and stuff like that. She gonna take more care of her hair like my oldest daughter do. But anyway, I just wrapped it around, and then I'm gonna secure it with a rubber band. Or you can either secure it with how many rubber bands you want, or hair ties, or you can sew it down. I would recommend sewing it down if you're putting it on a child, or anybody. Just, you know, like if you're getting dressed or something like that, it can knock it out of whack. So you do want to make sure that the Bantu knots are nice and secure. And yeah, here's the finished product. It turned out super cute. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you thumbs up, subscribe.